This is a video I should have made ages ago, and I can't believe I haven't yet. I had a friend over the other day. We were working on her pilot. While we were doing that, we were talking about other stuff, and the talk of jack boots came up. Right? Jack boots. These are a little worse for wear. And whenever Kim and I are at a Goodwill and we run across a pair, we pick them up. Doesn't matter what size, doesn't matter what, because we'll find somebody who's going to need them. And she went to put the boots on and couldn't get past her calves. I'm like, oh, we could stretch those. It's super easy. And it's a concept most people hadn't, She was like, what? And yeah, leather stretches really, really easy. Today we're going to go stretch a pair of boots just so I can show you how I do it and how unbelievably simple a process this is. Let me show you what I've got going on in the sink real quick. Pardon my messy sink, but right now I just have a pair of boots soaking in some water. It's a super easy process. I mean, like super, super easy. I'm gonna let it soak about 10-15 minutes, maybe 20, It's not an exact science. If there is a secret to the whole thing, basketball. I've deflated and kind of X-winged this basketball so it'll fit in the boot. And I know everybody goes, you should use a football. The problem with the football, the fill hole's on the side of the football. You'd have to pierce the leather to get to that. Basketball actually works the best. All I'm going to do, stuff this basketball in this boot. Make sure the fill hole is on top. And I want to get this in as far as I can. There we go. The other key to this, I got a compressor here, which is probably going to kick off as soon as I start doing this. So I'm going to bring you in so you can see the dramatic difference we're about to see. Alright, my needle broke, had to replace it, but one of the key things is I've got the basketball, so all the wrinkled parts are here, which is going to cause it to expand this way and not along the seam. I'm going to leave that for a couple minutes. I'm going to have to fill it a little more, nice and easy. Heat gun. So you can heat form leather, kind of like you heat form EVA foam, right? So I was at my local Tandy the other day and having a conversation about chrome tan leather. And I'm like, yeah, it's chrome, so you can't water form it. And the guy goes, well, no, but you can heat form it. I stopped and I went, what? He goes, yeah, you can heat form leather. Just like it's foam. It's not a big deal. And I had that moment where, the meme where the girl's looking all confused and all the numbers are floating around her head. That's exactly how I felt. I was like, whoa, you can heat form chrome tanned leather. Dude's like, yeah. You can heat form leather, regular leather too. Which is what we're going to do now. We're just going to heat this up just to even everything out and to dry it a little bit. Nice and easy. Don't overwork the back seam. Alright. I'm going to stop. Let this do its thing for a couple more minutes. A little bit of glove oil. It's an Easton's glove oil. Does not take a lot. I just want to, condition these just a little bit. Because we did a lot of stress just now. I am probably going to, condition them a couple more times. A little bit of bleach maybe here and there. Just to make sure all the mold's off. A little bit of leather conditioner. Maybe some ink oil. We'll see. But as of now, see where we're at. The other boot is 15.5 inches. We are currently at 18. It's 2.5 inches. That's a lot around a calf. right? I could probably oil these up a little more, stretch them out a little bit, oil them up, stretch them out. I'm worried about popping the seam. If the seam pops, it has to be restitched, and that's usually above most people's skill levels. So let's deflate and see where we're at. Riveting content. Alright, that should be good enough. 17 inches. Basketball. Expanded the boot to 17 inches. Untreated boot. Expanded boot. Doesn't look like much. It is. Leather expands. I could do this 3 or 4 times. Let it do its thing. Recondition it. Expand it. Recondition it. Expand it. I'd be worried about popping the seam. But you know, all in all, it's a super easy technique to expand boots around the calf. If they're too tight on the foot, that's a whole different process. But as far as expanding them along the calf goes, super easy to do. I talk a lot about being a Tuscan or a Jedi, and push comes to shove, I'm an officer. I've always been an officer. It was my first costume in the Legion. I was a staff officer. I was a merchandise and branding officer for the IOC for a real long time. Officers hold a very special place in my heart. And anything I can do to help add more officers, I'm gonna. But basketball, take your time, slide a little at a time, little at a time, little at a time. A lot of us have thick calves. I live in the Midwest, right? That's just kind of standard here. I can't fit that. That boot's too tight for me. And it's a super easy fix. Make sure it's real leather. Vinyl will not expand like this. It'll just pop and look horrible. Leather will always expand. And you know, if you do have big calves, these boots aren't made for real people. They're made for like 15-year-olds who go riding on horses. They're not made for adults. Well, they might. Alright, whatever. But don't feel bad if you can't put them on because you have big calves. Don't let anybody make you feel bad because your body type, right? It's a stupid thing. We all have that little voice over here, you know. Just ignore it. So, boots. Simple fix. Only takes a couple of minutes. And it'd probably take about an hour altogether to expand these. On Kim's, we got 4 inches. And that's huge. I could probably do the same with this. I'd need to soak them for longer. Stretch them, soak them, stretch them, soak them, stretch them. Which I'm probably going to end up doing on these. But it's a simple fix. I'm surprised I didn't make this video already. I hope it helps some people. And if it does, maybe like and subscribe. Share, comment, you know, do the usual. And we'll see you next time.